You ever sit there and realize it is so hard to make money? It's so hard. And sometimes I sit there after like a long day of just sucking ass all day, of working, all the money I make, having to spend it to quite literally live in this deep dark world. And I go and as a 23-year-old male, as they say on Reddit, 23-year-old M, or whatever they say, you ever just sit back and think, how did my parents do this? How did they figure it out? How did they get a stable job, make their own thing, make enough money, survive? How did they have a full on family and a child and make enough to support them? And, when your kid asks for $20 for Clash of Clans gems, or $100 for this, or a birthday, or school, or how did they figure it out, grind, save up enough money for years and years? And I'm like, wow. And it makes you think like, okay, I need to do this at some point in my life. I got to stop messing around and I got to figure this out and do it, because I have to do what they did. I have to supply the same things they did: a roof over the head, a family, pay for my kids this and that and his toys and bam, 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 school. I have to one day do that. And just like they did. And I just sit there sometimes, I'm like, wow, it is really, really, really hard to make money. Now you go and you see, like, when they say, oh, don't spend money on that, don't waste money on this, you go, it's just money. It's just money. And the older and the older and the older you get, you go, oh, maybe I should cut back on spending. Maybe life isn't all about spending money. Maybe I don't really need that new shiny thing. The Mater. Sorry, not that, too far. Maybe I don't need that thing. Maybe it's a little cost excessive, and you never really understood it. So now I'm like, wow, I have to get this company crack-a-lacking, as they say. I got to get this company making money soon, like sooner rather than later, because by the time they were my age, they were almost ready to have a family themselves. There's people already 23 years old are that I know that are married, that are getting this stuff going, that are saving up money for an engagement ring, a wedding, a child on the way. Like, they have money saved up. I'm like, I'm sitting here scrounging for money to pay my editors, to pay the NFL guy, the NBA guy, pay this employee, pay the thumbnail guy. And I'm like scrounging up dollars and things to pay them this month. And I'm like, but other people I know got it like that. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Like, eventually, it's gonna all click. You can't put in this much work every day. You can't put in this much work for it to just not pay off. And as much as I hate that cornball Alex Hermosi, that course selling mother of gun, he did say, he's like, if you just do so much work, put so much volume out there and into whatever you do, to the point where it'd be unreasonable, it would be impossible to fail. And that's exactly how I feel. I post on these 6 YouTube channels almost every single day. And I plan on doing it for the next forever, but let's just say the next 3 years. Let's say 3 years from now, me posting about, let's say, about every day. We skip maybe 1-2 days most a week at the most, on 5 to 6 YouTube channels, posting every day. Like, you, at some point, as long as the content's not that dog ass, one of them has to make it. One of them has to pop off. One of them has to give me enough fandomship that want to buy our product, or it's enough money from even if they're all terrible, as long as they accumulate some views. The baseline views would be like, what, 500K from 6 channels in 3 months. That's not that bad. Then you 500K, you get an audience of 500K, 1, 2, 3% buy your recurring product. That's not that bad. So yes, it's gonna happen. What, in 3 years I'll be 26. So we'll see. I mean, it just you have to just put so much out there that it would be unreasonable. And this is tying back to like parents figuring it out. I guess eventually they had a time like where they thought, okay, if I just keep doing this, I'll have enough money, and or I keep working my job, we'll have enough money to have a family. And most of them, most parents figured it out. My parents figured it out. I'm sure a lot of yours did, whether they're still together or not together. But somehow, some way, they had you, and you can afford a phone unless you bought it on your own eventually. But at some point, someone I assume took care of you. Okay, so I just think like if they figured it out, I will too. But just some points when you don't realize how hard it is to make money and save money until you first start earning and then you first start spending, and you're like, wow, this is terrible. This is really, really hard. I guess I won't be flying in a private jet next month somehow. I guess I won't buy a Lambo next month. I guess maybe it really is that hard to buy those really cool things. Huh. Right? I'm going crazy. But all in due time, I will figure it out eventually.